How do we interact with people that we don't understand? And how do we protect the value that we have for people even though we disagree? What I want to talk to you about today is discovering honor, discovering the kingdom reality that what's going on in heaven with love and relationship is very different than what's going on earth. And so we begin to practice aligning our lives and our interactions with other people the way heaven is behaving, the way the Trinity behaves amongst itself. That's what we're capturing. That's what we're pulling into our lives as we live loving one another. Peter says, I would never abandon you. That would never happen. And Jesus says, and you, sir, are going to be famous for your... He didn't say, but he thought it. I could see it in his eyes. You're going to be famous for your denial. And then he says, now come and let us make a covenant together. He just announced that everybody that's going to betray him when he needs them the most. And then he says, come and let us make a covenant together. Who takes that relationship deeper after that announcement? Jesus does. This is to glory in and to make known my association with you, regardless of how you handle your half of our relationship. Throughout the scriptures, we see God honoring us and changing our relationship, changing the way we can approach him, adding to the fact that when we come to worship him, we are bringing something of value, something of worth. Jesus said to his disciples, no longer do I call you servant or slave. He could have said, but I call you son. That would have kept this. But he says, I call you friends. I call you friends. See, that creates an interesting dynamic. This is a relationship where if both parties don't do the work, they don't get a relationship. They don't get a friendship if they don't both do the work. Both are powerful. And this is what we're doing. We're elevating the status of the people around us so that we can have two powerful people in the relationship. It also means to give prestige, to offer someone else the experience, the opportunity, the resources that we carry. So if I hang out for a week with my billionaire friend, there's an excellent chance that my lifestyle is going to get a little bump. I'm going to get a little, wow, I can't believe we ate that. I can't believe we ate there. I can't believe we flew there. And I can't believe that Michael Jordan went with us. This all of a sudden, there's this whole other experience that I have because of your prestige. We have unlimited resources that we carry with us. And when we keep our honor on, we introduce that into people's lives as we cross paths with them. That's part of our mission. That's part of our assignment, is to keep our honor on. Good friend of mine, Allison Armerdine, when she was a student around me, she one time she said, I love to hear the prophetic words of other people, write them down, and memorize them. Like, you memorize other people's prophetic words. That's what you're saying. She says, yeah, I love to do that. Why would you do that? She says, oh, well, then I know how to treat them according to heaven's destiny for them. Like, oh, yeah, I do that all the time too. No, we don't. But that is exactly what honor does. Honor creates an attention to your unfolding destiny and actually releases you from the mistakes of your history. You don't have to remind me of me to get honor from me. As a matter of fact, my honor is on, and I walk in the commandment to honor all people, as in 1 Peter. I honor all people. That's the same verse as honor the king, which for whatever reason, we got that one. But keep reading through it. Honor all people. This is heaven on earth. We are living in such a way where honor is nothing less than two powerful people working together to meet the needs of each other and the needs of the situation. Whether I'm part of a family, whether I'm part of a church, I'm part of a team, I'm in a business, I'm in a community, wherever it is, I learn to honor all people despite the fact that you are very different than me. Please remember that if you're a believer, You didn't get into relationship because you remind Jesus of him. You didn't. He honored you while you were still an enemy with him. He honored you and loved you while there was a huge disconnect. And he moved towards you and he found you. And he made everybody know that you are worth dying for. So as we discover honor, as we move into building effective teams, building effective families, building communities where there's a coherence, there's a message that I love you very much. It comes from repenting in the way that I value people. And it's no longer necessary that you agree with me. That's dishonor. Discovering honor moves us into a place where I understand that regardless of how you live towards me, I brought value and love and honor to each of my interactions with you. You will never have to be me in our relationship.